as I said earlier, it wasn't the shootout we thought we were going to get, but it came down to which quarterback can make the big throw in the big spot. And that throw from Josh Allen, and we were watching this in the studio, the moment he does the little thing with his hand, it exudes a confidence to me. As soon as he let go of the ball, I said touchdown. I had no idea where it was going. I had no idea whether or not the receiver was going to hold up his end of the bargain. But sometimes there's just so much confidence that is being exuded from the quarterback that you know that ball is going to a guy who is going to catch it. He does the little thing there. It's like, that's a touchdown, and there it is. And Dawson Knox makes a great catch because that thing was a laser. You got to get used to catching that thing that is coming in 100 miles an hour. But great throw, great catch, great outcome. And then they still had to hold, as we already showed, the interception that slammed the door on the Chiefs. But Josh Allen is special. Patrick Mahomes is special. As Sim says all the time, they are clearly the best two quarterbacks in football. I don't know who number 3 is, and I don't care. Those two are the top two.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with you on that. And when you have those two quarterbacks and they play at such a high level so consistently, we're a little spoiled, I think, to see those two guys. I mean, it basically is the new Manning Brady, right? What's what I grew up watching, and that's what we saw for about a decade there in the AFC. And now we have these two guys, and you just hope that they can play for as long as they possibly can, and we can continue to see them at the top of their game for as long as we possibly can. But I thought another really big factor in that game was Stephon Diggs. I mean, we see he had 10 receptions, 148 yards with a touchdown. In that game that they had in the divisional round, the Chiefs really, really shut him down. I think he only had 3 receptions, something like that. He had like 10, 15 yards. Not really a big factor in the game at all. But this is one of the best receivers in football. For my money, he is the best receiver in football. And when you can get him involved like they did, and when you don't allow the Chiefs to take him away as they did, I mean, that tells you a lot about where the Bills are as an offense. And I really, really love just seeing things like this, where he's one-on-one and Josh Allen says, hey, man, I'm going to you. This is my matchup. I'm going to you. And the Chiefs had injuries in the secondary and they weren't playing at full strength on defense, but you still have to execute those plays. And it's good to see Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs continue that great connection that they have.
Well, and the flip side is when you do everything you can to erase Stephon Diggs in the playoff game and Gabriel Davis scores 4 touchdowns, you need to reevaluate your life choices as a defense. So they had to balance out the coverage a little bit this time. You can't, and that's the beauty of having 2 great receivers. If you do everything you can to take away one, the other one is going to get you. And credit to Stephon Diggs, there was never any complaining from him. There were never any, the game would have been different. We would have won if they would have thrown the ball to me more. Some days you just realize I'm consciously and deliberately being taken out, and I need to stand down and let somebody else do their thing. So,
true alpha knows when it's time to concede. Dan Campbell.
That's true. So the Bills not conceding anything yet, and we'll see. It's been a long time since they've been to a Super Bowl. It's been an even longer time since they've won one because they never have. They're one of those 0-4 teams, they and the Vikings. Like, which one is ever going to get back there? And wouldn't that be something if they met this year in the Super Bowl? I don't think the Vikings have any chance of holding up that end of it, even though they are 5-1 like the Buffalo Bills.
Save that clip, control room. Save that clip.
Hey, I hope the 10-year-old boy in me hopes to have to eat those words at some point. Although my son is far more committed to the purple cause now than I am, and he's as dedicated as I ever was, and it's like poor kid's just setting himself up for a lifetime of disappointment. All right, so I'm looking at the time. We're actually ahead of schedule. Let's go ahead and take a break because there's still plenty more to talk about. And we've already talked about Monday Night Football. We've already checked that box with the Monday Night Preview presented by Elmer's Glue. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.